Hello, guys. We're here today to talk about Funko. So, see the stuff behind us. People here today. My name is Reggie.
My name is Mario.
Nelson.
Caroline.
There's the two guests we have today. Well, actually, he's a third guest, but he might be seeing him more often as well, because he's the one that got me involved into this. He got me into these damn things.
So it's like a plague.
It's a drug.
An addiction.
It is a big addiction.
Yeah.
So some people are smart enough; they don't go crazy like these two.
Yeah.
You
I only
know.
got at least I keep it 10 minimum.
You know, I probably had, as soon as I met him, 300 or whatever. And it's like, you go, oh, I don't have a storage. I don't have room in my office. I don't have room in my bedroom. I was like,
where do
this
you
takes up a
sleep?
lot of space.
It does.
Like, where do you sleep right after?
Is
Well,
your bed a Funko Pop too? Like
No. No, I have actual, a shelf. A big shelf that holds a bunch of them. But
God.
then,
I can imagine that falling on you one day while you sleep.
well, they're steady, so
I
thank
can
God.
imagine like the time of death and then such and such. And all
Yeah.
of a sudden, cause of death, he was killed by a Funko Pop.
Yeah, it's like, thank God these things don't weigh a lot,
like-
but you'd be surprised. Some of them do weigh a lot. Like, the difference in them, like, I think the Lego ones, right?
The Lego
Have-
ones.
There's a Lego one?
I
Yeah.
can't
they're,
imagine.
well, not Lego ones, 8-bit looking like ones.
Oh, I
so
see.
they're
Cute, I love
solid.
those.
They're solid. So they're like very heavy, and then there's some big molds as well. So
I'm
just
so mad I didn't bring
surprised.
mine. I'm so mad.
I'll probably start showing off more. It's like
Definitely.
it's just we have, come on. Kevin Smith is an awesome guy.
That's the God.
He's the
Are you
god.
kidding me?
He's
That's
like
the God. Are you kidding me?
he actually had something not so long ago for the Secret Stash. I think it was signing. It was like a couple 100 people. Whoever
Yeah,
got
100
there
people, yeah.
went to the store and he signed whatever. And most likely got these signed. He has his signature. I think probably two. My other friends do have signatures. They met him at actually, one of my friends met him at the store, while other ones did. He did stand up in 42nd Street.
Oh, that's cool.
Caroline's.
That's a Caroline's?
Caroline's, and
Yeah.
actually, just for them, he only signed their stuff
Yeah.
at the table,
so cool.
and he's a real cool guy. Besides him, I haven't met the who was it? I haven't met the other guys, but I met Ming. Ming's
Yeah,
awesome.
Ming is great.
Ming is straight up cool guy. I met him, I think, at Big Apple Comic Con 2 years ago or a year ago. I think
Yeah,
a year
a year
ago. And I met him. I met a couple people that time. Lev, the owner of Toy Tokyo. A couple other. You'd be surprised who we met that time. It was pretty awesome. Oh, the guy of Marvel Zombies. He lives in LES. Awesome guy. But it's like, again, we've been doing a couple of these shows, a couple of these cons, and who you can meet, and then who you get these signatures from. Actually, the last Big Apple Comic Con we went to had Luke Cage, the actor that did Luke
Oh,
Cage.
yeah, he did.
He was
So
act-
pissed they canceled the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now he's doing something, I think, on CBS.
He's in a lot of stuff. He was doing Halo, I think, at one point.
Halo?
He did the cartoon, I think, or something like that. He's done other stuff. He's been in
Now
many
he's doing,
others.
he's doing something with CBS Access, so it's coming up.
I'm going into the
coming up.
Twilight
Yeah.
Zone.
No, it's a new show that he's involved in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
And the funny thing is,
It's not the Twilight Zone, but it's something else.
Yeah.
I
I
forgot
was
what
gonna say,
it was.
and just
addicted
because
to
they
the new
cancel
stuff.
those shows doesn't mean they're not going to bring him back.
No.
He's a best Luke Cage I think
That-
you got
that
out
is the
there,
Luke Cage.
as well as Punisher.
Oh my
you
They
know,
God.
might do. They might put it in what that thing called.
The
Disney-
streaming, the
yeah,
Disney streaming,
Plus.
which I think that's what it was. They had a contract, they closed it out, and they might bring back these people. They don't know
They can
themselves.
bring back everything except Iron Fist. I'm sorry.
Iron Fist was horrible.
That
Sorry,
Iron Fist
was-
was trash.
Yeah.
I
I
call
kinda
it
like my
Iron Fist was
was
trash.
It was getting better, and then it turned to Iron Girl, I guess, or whatever you want to call her. Iron Fist
But,
women.
I heard that they might just give us the last season to Jessica Jones, and then that'll be.
Oh yeah,
it.
actually, that's still coming up.
At
Jessica
least they're giving-
Jones
Yeah, that
is season 3, and that's it.
And then that's it.
But we already know it's canceled before even hasn't even come
But
yet.
they're gonna be like, hey, well, we're gonna leave you with this,
Yeah.
and then, no more. All
So
right, well,
it's like-
gee, thanks.
And it's actually
And then
cool.
Finally, they're bringing back season 4 of Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
when is
Cannot
it?
wait!
October or no? November.
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 Just
Okay,
saw that. It was pretty
remember
good.
that.
Cannot wait.
So a lot of people that love Funko love Rick and Morty, and they're
I'm
coming
one of
out
them.
pops nonstop.
I'm one of
I
them.
love the show.
I'm starting
I
to love Rick
love
and Morty.
that
'cause
show.
I'm
I love the
seeing-
show. I don't like the pops. I'm sorry.
You don't like the pops?
I don't like the pops. I don't collect the pops. It doesn't speak to me.
I don't-
But I know people that love everything about it, so it just doesn't speak to
I
me.
mean, I'm starting to
It's
get
not for
hang
me.
of Rick and Morty. I mean, I saw
Yeah, I
the
got him
episodes. I
addicted
like
to
it already.
I got him addicted to it.
No, it's a
about-
great show. So
It's a great
Having a
show.
pickle with eyes and all this
Oh,
other
Pickle
stuff.
Rick.
Okay,
Pickle
basically,
Rick,
for those that are not like into Rick and Morty, think of Back to the Future.
yes,
Completely fucked up.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Drunk uncle,
and
drunk
uncle,
grandpa, yeah.
He's referring to Pickle Rick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's my.
But that was a whole crazy episode
That's
too.
my nigga.
That was whoa.
That's my dude next to Tiny Rick.
Like
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
like I like the
Tiny
show,
Rick.
Tiny
but
Rick, motherfucker.
Yeah.
collecting pops, Rick and Morty pops.
No, they
I
don't
see
speak
it.
to you?
Yeah,
I
they
think that's
don't.
also it's a new thing.
Are they
So
supposed to talk?
no,
that'd be
you know
cool
what?
if they did.
I bet you that you never know. They might have talking pops in the future. They have ones that light up, so why not a talking pop?
And glow in the dark. So
And
why
Like glow in the
not?
dark,
You know what?
definitely. I
As a
love
matter
glow in the
of
dark. That's my thing.
I do have only 2 Rick and Mortys, and that's the
Gamma?
the gamma glow in the dark.
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, that's.
Those are the only 2
I've
that
none.
I have.
Nah, I had to have Scary Terry because one, I'm a horror fan.
Bitch.
You can run.
And he actually, if you get his autograph, he will write it all over that thing.
Yeah,
yes,
he will.
I will so get
He's
that.
awesome. My friends got it and they love it.
Because I am literally a horror fan, so this Scary Terry, for those who don't know,
Yeah.
is literally a spin-off
Freddy.
make fun of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
and it makes sense. So that just fell in love with me.
He's
so I'm
awesome.
like,
He
yes,
is awesome.
That is so
It's
perfect.
like, but again,
Aw,
we just talk about whatever speaks to you. So I think we mentioned that before. Pops are not just, of course, you want to get the most exclusive things because you can probably trade it for something that you want badly.
Right.
So that's the whole game too. Lately, I haven't been liking what's been getting released on the on the official page.
Yeah.
There's like every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday they have.
Every Wednesday, the Funko Pop shop releases a pop or tells you, hey, this is the pop they're going to release at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Go and try to get it. But they've been releasing stuff. I'm like, I think last week, I know this is probably going to be aired later on, but last week for me was a flocked. Actually, no. Yeah, this past week was a flocked, the horse from Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
A flock?
Bullet.
Flocked.
They even had a
Yeah, I think it
Funko
was
Pop
Bullet.
of
I
that
think it was
new.
Bullet or Clip Clop?
What?
No, the name of the horse.
I think it's Bullet.
Oh,
Bullet,
Bullet,
yeah.
probably.
Because I think I saw something where I saw a Funko Pop of all things Forky, the new.
Actually, Forky, yeah, I actually have them.
You have.
I
saw you have.
I have the GameStop
Was it hard
exclusive
to
one.
find?
No, you can find them everywhere.
I mean, if it's GameStop exclusive, then obviously.
I went to Think Geek, the store in 34th Street, got them. They
they
said
think-
the only one that's gone.
Thinking.
Is it connected to GameStop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
is.
are.
It is, and it's not. Like they're together because it's a store, but sometimes one person might have Think Geek might have a sale that's not connected to GameStop, so it's different.
That's the only thing that sucks.
Yeah.
But
But it's a great store. You go there. That's why I bought, I think, 3 pops. I left Sanford and Son, and he looked great. Red Fox. Oh my God, it looked awesome.
You got it, right?
No, I left them
Funko
because
Pop.
I had got
Oh,
I
wanted
had
to
got
get
Forky.
that, too.
I got Forky. I got Babe Ruth,
Ooh.
and I got Caddyshack.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I hate
the
you
gopher,
now.
right?
And
You
he-
got
yeah.
the gopher.
No, I got
you wanted to get the gopher
the cat-
puppet at the Caddyshack.
he was the only one left. It was the actual Bill Murray
Murray.
character with the
Oh,
with,
I
with the
know what
two
you're talking
with the
about.
two things in his hands. Like when
yeah.
he was
they
trying to
said
get
the
the
gopher.
gopher.
No,
No,
I thought
not,
it was the gopher.
I didn't get the
want
gopher. No, I want the gopher too, but he was the only one left. So that means he's like Bill Murray right now. With him being in the next Ghostbusters, he's not a person that goes out signing stuff. You rarely see him
You gotta
because
He doesn't even have an
They gotta
agent.
catch
on
he
it.
does. He doesn't. So you have to meet him
have to
a certain
really
place.
find him
You have to
somewhere.
find him because he's not. He doesn't. I don't think he believes in cell phones. So if you meet him, you
gotta
better
catch
take a
him.
picture.
Rare.
And he's. I heard he's a sweet guy, nice guy, but that's why they have the shirts BFM.
Yeah.
Bill fucking Murray. It's
Yeah,
like
Bill fucking Murray.
he's into that golf thing. So it's like, but you got to get
We
people.
went to the Caddyshack restaurant. in
It was
Chicago.
awesome.
Awesome?
Yes, in Chicago we
It
went.
was
Wow.
awesome. I literally died and went to Caddyshack heaven.
Because if we go back to Chicago.
Now, if you go back, they're gonna have these there. The
yeah,
Funko
definitely. When
Pops.
we go back to
Oh, we're
Chicago,
going back and it's on. It's on. I'm getting.
Because we would say when the first time we said we're definitely coming
We're
back.
coming back.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it. And I'm buying some socks.
And a gopher.
High
and,
socks?
And a gopher. And a gopher plushie.
Well, that's
It's
the
still
definite.
open.
And he has to do the dance while I hold it.
There's one in Florida too, but I want to check that out too as well.
I think that's the main one. The main one's in Florida or the main one's in Chicago.
No, main one's in Florida, but they just opened the one in Chicago when we got there a week or two prior.
Yeah.
So we were there.
Because he just told me about it.
You guys travel, so that's the best thing. You could find stuff out of New York City. Funko everywhere.
Yeah, you can find exclusive stuff.
Here in New York City, New York State in general, well, actually New York City, impossible to find anything worth it over here. Almost
Basically,
impossible.
they come with New York City.
If you're upstate,
they
yes.
come to us.
Yeah.
Like all the festivities come, but as for like the good shit, it's like really
Stores
rare.
is almost hard to find anything unless you're upstate, further up.
Yeah,
But
further
if you're
up.
gonna go to another state, check stores out. You'll find the this guy right here goes to freaking sports events out there. He goes to, I know you like baseball, places.
Yeah, everywhere we
They
go.
have special nights where they have like a special baseball pop
Bobblehead.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
No, they have bobbleheads, but not Funko Pop.
But
No,
they
they
have
do.
Funko Pops
They
as
have,
well.
It's a rarity. You
Rarity,
gotta-
but they have them like the Ken Griffey's they had. Oh my God, some of them went up in
I have
price.
bobbleheads at home too. One of my favorites is actually Betty Page because I love Betty Page.
And you got to remember, you got to give that due. Bobbleheads is what started the whole Funko thing.
Pretty
So
much.
not all pops are bobbleheads. Look at this one. It's not. You can tell once you look under his head, it has space and it has the little spring.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
still a
there you go.
bobblehead Funko Pop.
I know there's. I don't want to go ahead of everybody,
go ahead.
but there's custom Funko Pops. I know
Yes.
we talked about it
Yeah.
earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, is it a thing now where you can have your own, like, that looks like yourself or looks like?
Well, there's people out there. One of our friends, Casino, actually Compton or CJ. He's supposed to be here. I don't
All
think
these
he's
names,
here.
right.
That's his name. His real name is Compton, but his name is Casino 182
Yeah.
on Instagram.
On
He does customs. He doesn't do them often because it's time consuming. He has a job, but there's other people out there that's their job, and there's so many people out there that do excellent jobs. There's and you can follow them. That's what they do, and they sell them. He doesn't sell it for like a lot as much as these other people, but these people do the actual pops, and then they do a box. So you're getting the box with the pop. And they're selling it for $200 or something like that, ridiculous
yeah.
amounts. And it's sometimes worth it because they're not pops that's out yet. Cheech and Chong, right now they don't have a pop at all.
They
They
do.
have
Which they did.
they
I
have
would sell
they have a
would so
vinyl.
get
They have a
one.
vinyl,
Tiny vinyl.
vinyl, but not even that tiny.
But
But
like a full blown.
yeah,
Funko Pop,
and
yeah.
she made a 2-pack. I think it was Funko Boss.
Funko Pop.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
she's
She
great.
is great. So there's a lot of people out there. They even have contests. When I had mentioned to you before, there's a Fun Days. They actually have a contest for those custom people, and they come out and they show their pops and their customs. I wish I had CJ here. You go talk about it all the
Yeah,
time,
mhm.
and what are considered customs and what's not considered. Because there's people that just do a Frankenstein of a pop. They'll take this guy, cut his head off, and put it to somebody else,
Yeah.
and they just put the pops.
And it's
the
not really
pop.
authentic.
It's not
not really
authentic. It's not
authentic.
custom. It's what you used to do back in the days to GI Joes. You know, you break the arm, put it on another arm, and you made a weird mutant or something like that. But
Yeah.
it's not. But custom is when you're doing something creative. You're baking the stuff. This is what he tells me. All the stuff that he's done. You're making extra hats, gears. He just made one for patches and pins.
Yeah, he made an awesome one. And,
I was in there, but I got to
I
experience
was
it.
there, and it was great. He made the box. He made everything.
No, actually, the box he didn't make.
Well,
He made the pop.
The pop.
Somebody else made the box.
the box.
And it was amazing to have it
Yeah, it
together,
was.
which he doesn't know how to do that, but it's something he's gonna get
They spoke
into.
to somebody.
Right.
it's
And
like,
somebody
yeah,
made it, and
box.
so it's like it's a great thing to get into. There's a lady we met in Brooklyn. She does it with like Power Rangers.
Really?
Oh, that's
She
Yeah,
and
she
Power
does.
Rangers not really crazy, but she's over there drawing or coloring in and stuff, and then she makes the box. She told us the whole experience about the box. What she
Wow.
uses, how to print them, it's
Yeah,
crazy
it's
stuff.
crazy.
Like the money that you go through just to get this, it is a business. So you gotta waste money before you make money.
Now, for
yeah.
the record, because I was saying it a couple times as a Freudian slip, it's Funko Pop, not Funko Pop dolls.
No, don't.
Whoa,
Well,
I never heard
you
that.
know
That's
what?
like the forbidden word.
I never
Yeah.
heard that
Don't
one
say
before.
that. I've been saying it only because, and I've been getting like the the look of death from both of them.
I wasn't trying to give it a doll.
Funko Pop doll?
The
I
whole
heard that
dolls,
one,
the whole thing dolls, because actually I heard somebody else say big-headed dolls before, and we said crack up hearing that.
No, when I think of dolls, I'm thinking of like maybe a
like
12
a doll,
Yeah.
doll, but like no, I've said it a couple times, and I've literally got the look of death from both of them. But yes, they are called Funko Pop, not Funko Pop dolls. But either way, I am relatively new. I only have 3, so I have Shuri, I have Scary Terry, I have my prized possession, which is Deadpool as Bob Ross, which is my personal favorite.
And you know what? If she wants to call it that, let her call it that. That's
Yeah.
But it's to the collective. It's Funko Pops. Some people will say this is a figure, but it's not. It doesn't move. It's to me. It might be a statue. I don't know. It just
There's no
doesn't.
technical term.
Yeah, because
right.
and
I remember
their heads don't move at all. So it's like a doll. Doll moves. Action figures move.
Speaking of statues, remember we went to Comic-Con? There was that
Yes.
big ass statue.
Oh
of
my
Funko-
God!
of
It
the
was a
Hulk Pop.
huge
Yeah.
Oh yes.
statue of a Hulk Funko Pop, and
Which-
I'm just like, it
Which
was
I made fun of because I had made a meme out of it, because the original one that came out, the hammer kept on. Whoever bought it, most of the hammers were broken.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I was able to get one, and I got online early, like 6 in the morning. I got one in somewhere in the Bronx. I was surprised I was able to get it
In the Bronx.
in the
Bronx.
Bronx.
The Bronx.
Out of
I
all
can
places.
At a
Can you
Target.
imagine
At a
that?
Target.
I'm just imagining people in the Bronx waiting for a Funko.
And they
Pop.
only had a certain amount. So like say it was 20 of us,
Uh,
maybe 10 of us only got it.
oh.
Damn.
And that's how it is. It's just limited to us because this is coming from really, the West Coast. This is where it's, even though it
Where
might.
is headquartered? Where is it basically? I know it's in. Someone told me in Seattle.
Well, the Seattle's the main store. I'm not sure if the headquarters itself is in Seattle. I believe it's in Cali. I think it's made in Cali. Well, actually, they're not even made there. I think it's actually made in Vietnam. They mostly say made in
Technically.
Vietnam. And
It might be in Taiwan. It may
Taiwan.
be.
it actually says in the box. I
Taiwan.
have it somewhere around here, the actual box.
Oh,
And it says made it. No, I'm talking about the actual outside box.
Oh.
This
It
might
says-
say something else on here. Actually, Everett, Washington. This is the main place.
Yeah, and-
Manufactured, and you might have it. It actually says.
It is
so-
made in China.
This one says made in China, but
Well, where else, right?
either way.
but Vietnam is actually what's written on the box. The actual outside box that they come in. Not all the time they come in them, but when I get them, they say made in Vietnam a lot of times. But you have to be also be careful. Just because it says that doesn't mean you go on eBay and it's coming from China. Don't believe that. They're fake phonies.
No, it's not.
It's not authentic.
Wish.com people.
Like, how do
Yeah.
you know? Like, how can you spot a fake one from?
That's a good question.
There's ways of spotting the fake ones. There's certain ways. There's certain colors
Only
that
has
are
one
off.
eyeball.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes
Missing
the
an eyeball.
pop, sometimes the pop is
Sometimes the
actually
color's
excellent.
off.
I've seen stuff where the
Like, why is
pop looks
Bart Simpson
horrible.
green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Some of them are so horribly done that people might actually want them, and they just have them in their collection. There was a Wolverine I saw. It was horrible, but I want him because he was just so bad, and I love
my
Wolverine.
God.
So it's just,
But-
but they're knockoffs, and you have to be careful. Even the stores here in New York City, 42nd Street, knockoffs, and you might get because you
Yeah.
don't know. And these guys are selling it for $20, $30 easily.
See, but that's the suckers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and well, also
No,
the
but like, who
tourists.
the hell's gonna buy like if I'm gonna go and buy a vintage Bart Simpson Funko Pop, why the fuck is he green?
Uh-huh.
But it might not even be. It might actually be the great colors. You see this whole thing, and it might be something about the circle on the where the 614 on here.
Yeah.
It's not done right or pop. It's something. There's specifics. Go on YouTube, and there's a bunch of videos showing you what's real, what's not, what to look for. I can't tell you what it is right now. It's just there's many sources. Just always do your homework before you go shopping.
Well, that's a
Always, because even online, you never know what you're getting from some of these people out there. It's
That's
just,
true. Especially there's a lot of pops that are called grails, and those are like
Oh,
the
those are
first
horrible.
pops, or pops like Freddy, Funko.
They're like the deformed.
Yeah, them he might be like one of the
Like we have a-
grails.
It's like there's a Thor one, and then
Yeah,
there's like
there's
a
a
Hulk arm
Thor.
yeah.
and like a Iron Man face or something.
There's so much
Well,
things you have to
yeah.
be wary about. It's a scary thing. Like that's why even when you're trading with people, you have to know who you're trading with. Because what if because the trade thing's usually on trust, usually. So I have to send his pop to him. He's gonna go and send his pop to me. What if he decides, F you, I want to keep your pop, and I'm not going to give you anything? I've heard that happen.
Yeah.
And there's
really
people that it happens to. That's why sometimes it's not good to do business outside of eBay or anything else. But people do it all the time, and people get burned, and really can't do nothing besides put that person on blast on Instagram, social media.
I had to do that myself because I got caught with I thought the person was a friend, and I got burned because I gave him the cash, and
Months later,
nothing
Nothing.
happened, and
And you just pocketed the cash.
I had to put the person on blast, and then that's when I got my money back.
And there's certain people you don't want to play with.
Yeah.
Him.
When it comes to like
And money.
Yeah, I can tell that you don't.
No. I mean, listen, you
There's-
gotta have
you'd be
product
surprised
first,
who
then the cash.
who some of these people are not just because we're all nerds or something. What? Some
Don't
are not-
fuck with us.
Don't fuck with.
Don't
No,
try
no.
to-
There's not
Don't
even
fuck with
nerds.
us.
Some of those guys are actual gangsters. Some people have guns. Some people
in
have
other
Some of
words,
us
are
have
drug
connects.
dealers.
Some of us have
Some people
connects.
actually are drug dealers that just are into this, and you mess with the wrong person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We
in
got
other words, don't
connects. So
take
you don't want to
advantage-
fuck with us.
Yeah. So in other words, don't take advantage of what they appear to be, and it's not the case.
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
Looks can be deceiving.
But
That
now
is true.
also, do you consider Funko Pops being the next trading card situation?
Well, right now they are
like
being.
baseball cards and
They
everything
are
else.
kind of the trading cards.
Yeah, they are.
People try to compare this to Beanie Babies.
Remember that?
It's kind of
Yeah.
apples and oranges.
And Beanie Babies didn't last that long. Sorry. I was like,
They don't still sell those.
no, they do.
they
No, they
still
You go to
they-
Walgreens or whatever, and you buy them
they
for $5
exist,
or
but
whatever.
they're not
Yeah.
as popular.
No, they're not as the crazy $1,000. Because people swear to God, they have those things that were worth so much money, and they're not worth anything. Like the
Yeah,
Princess
they're not.
Diane one or whatever.
This is
You know.
I think
And
one of
it's
the
I think I had one Beanie Baby.
There's one that's like a lion or an elephant that might be
it
still
was
worth
a
something.
bear, a USA bear,
Yeah.
Like
with
a
the-
U.S. Olympic bear.
something like that. I know he has the flag and everything. That one was the worst one. I think it's the first couple of hundred that first originally came out.
Yeah.
See that I can
Are worth
understand
money.
being worth a lot of money, but
Right.
not like a regular like Clarence the unicorn or
Oh
something.
no.
It's like some of these. Some of these that are originally made so many years ago are not going to be remade, or maybe hopefully not. They called vaulted. They're not going to make no more of them.
So this is it.
And this is it.
Yeah, this
And
is
hopefully this is it. Because that's happened to me before because Joe Montana. Fuck you guys. I'm sorry.
The football player?
No, I love Joe Montana. I have his pop at home
As a 49er, right?
as a 49er.
Yeah.
It was worth at one point maybe $90. I bought it for $50.
Oh, okay.
And I checked, I think he's worth $7. And I just got Jerry Rice a couple of weeks ago, and that's why I put them together. I was so happy because that's the duo. But the reason he went down in price is because they decided, hey, let's make more of him.
Yeah.
And when you do a reproduction of the same character,
So
The
the
value
more,
goes
yeah, the
down.
more the
it's
product
the
is made,
product
the
goes
value
down unless it has a
decrease.
special sticker on it, and it no longer has that special sticker, which is another thing. That's the worst thing about Funkos as well, because people can buy these stickers.
Now,
Yeah, that's true.
no, I was about to say
Buys.
that. No, you can buy counterfeits and stuff like that.
No, you can buy-
It's all
people-
about the labels, like the stickers.
Yeah, you
say,
can
hey,
actually
this
buy
is-
those. Yeah.
And then it says authentic, chase, or whatever, and it's just a bad market. That's why I said you have to deal with people you trust. Or do it in a place a pop swap. That's where we've been to parties where,
Yeah.
and they do like a little pop swap where people bring stuff to trade, and you bring your stuff to trade,
Shit.
and you know.
You have like a Reggie label, like the one I saw on the back of your phone.
Oh, that's just me making it on my Reggie B78 my IG page. So
But now the
you know.
gold ones, like the limited edition gold
Yeah.
pops. Like I know there's one of God bless his soul, Stan Lee.
yes.
Now that is the official. They're not gonna make ones like that at
No,
all.
they
No.
made several still.
You'd be
I had one
surprised.
at home,
You'd be
as a matter of fact.
surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what they could recreate and everything. But if you have the original one, and some of these actually at the bottom actually have codes to go by, and that's how you can tell they when it was made.
Yeah.
So yours could be made in 2011, while the new one's made in 2017, and that's the difference. But then it could be a sticker. A sticker is anybody could just slap it on, and it's like, oh, it could make a big difference. And stickers could change the price of a value of $50 or more.
Yeah.
It's weird because Comic-Con's coming up. New York
Yes.
Comic-Con, couple
Oh
months.
yes.
There's where you buy it at Comic-Con, and then there's where you could go at Barnes and Nobles and get the shared convention. Shared convention there's a difference. If you buy at Comic-Con, it has a New York Comic-Con sticker. Barnes and Noble will have a shared, and there's a difference of $30 sometimes.
Yeah, $30, and
and-
the sticker says sharing is a way different color.
Yeah, way different color, and it says
Yeah.
convention. It looks very
Convention,
generic,
All right.
and that's a big difference. That sticker sometimes people will that's all they care for. I don't want that convention crap. I want New York Comic Con, and and people go crazy for it. And again, there's people out there with, hey, let me peel this off of some kind of heat thing and put on the fake one.
The fake
And,
one,
and
then
you can't tell because they're the exact same freaking pop. I'm sorry. It's
Mostly
like,
true.
they're the same pop, the same barcode and everything.
yeah.
So. And then there's another thing that, you know what, New York, we get shitted on all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to con exclusives, because we get a couple of con exclusives, and for some reason, if you get it that day,
They worth a lot.
they're worth a lot of money. Like the first 4 days that are you in the con, yes, you get one if you're lucky enough. And another thing is a damn raffle.
Yes.
So some people win the raffle all the time. Other people like me and him still waiting to win one goddamn raffle. But and if you don't sell it that day or them days, when you keep it, for some reason, anything that has to do with New York, the value of the pop goes down. It's not like in San Diego,
Yeah, where they're limited and everything,
but
but
they're limited.
we're gonna have to talk about this another time because
Right.
we're pretty much down to the wire right now. We'll put this on the next show. Definitely. It's
Yeah.
like,
That's another.
Well, I want to thank you for coming by. I want to.
thank you for having me on his show. Then we have him on the
basically,
show.
And thank you for having us on your show.
What I'm trying to say is thank you for inviting us to come.
Oh,
in
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
As
This was
the love we
absolutely
get
awesome.
as it is. I was like, I got interviewed from them last year at Comic Con, and having them here is awesome. So it's like it's all love.
Yeah, I'm
so,
excited.
uh,
I'm
so
really happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.